via Agility 92.1 FM and Okiogu 96.3 FM. Thank you so much for making it a date with us once again. On this program, we give you newspaper review, giving you news you can use, top-notch analysis, and of course we give you the opportunity to also contribute your opinion from wherever you have via different feedback channels. One of those feedback channels is facebook.com/Oluyole98.5 FM and Twitter at Oluyole FM. Those are our accounts or handles on those feedback channels. facebook.com/Oluyole98.5 FM and Twitter at Oluyole FM. Check us out on both platforms. We're streaming live as we speak right now, audio visual. You can also listen to us audio only via our website www.bcos.tv/listen. Okay, so you can listen to us from wherever you are. Check us out on Instagram and of course Radio Garden and Mixler. Just type Oluyole FM. Okay, we're the only one, anywhere, everywhere you go. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Today is the 16th day of September 2020. We go straight to the papers. I have a copy of the Punch newspaper
and I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
Federal government labors 8-hour meeting hence in deadlock. You have a rider. Petrol could have been sold for 183 naira per litre, says federal government. 7-day ultimatum stands. No acceptable explanation from government. Labour meets today. TUC says planned protest strike on course. This is loaded, but we'll wait till we'll do the analysis. Pages 2 and 40 of the Punch newspaper.
This also says Labour demands reversal of fuel electricity price hike and wants tangible palliative for workers and Nigerians. Fuel price should be 181 naira per litre, says federal government. Now, APC begs Nigerians to endure. Falano, 80 groups, TUC to protest fuel power price hike September 23. What is on page 28 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. Minimum wage. Ogun workers declare 1 week warning strike. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
I was struggling with minimum wage. We also have this one. Are your schools to run morning afternoon shift? Tertiary institutions reopen September 28th. And that's on page 31 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, you have coronavirus vaccine may be ready for public in November. That's from China. And that's on page 10 of the Punch newspaper.
And consumers of imported poultry foods may want to listen to this. Imported poultry foods now contain traces of COVID-19. And that's coming from the Nigeria Customs Service.
Okay. The fear of COVID. I know that kind of COVID. That imported COVID. Not even our own kind of COVID. The fear of COVID is the beginning of wisdom. It's better just avoid imported chicken for now.
The strain that kills in thousands.
I'm telling you, so let's just avoid it. Sorry, all the chicken lovers. Why not buy local anyway? Must it be imported? We understand. Okay, those who they are, I'm sure they are listening.
There have been repeated warnings about them, these imported countries, and they are actually illegal. The people smuggle them into the country. I think the ban still subsists.
Definitely. We have chickens now. Let's eat our own.
And strangely, over time, I think due to the ban, it's become more expensive than what is produced locally. Maybe people are not noticing that.
Maybe. Of which our own local stuff is even. Chicken is even more nutritious. Compared to what has been in the cold room for maybe months.
Across the seas.
So even if it's cheap, health is well too. Some things are not just worth your time on the bed or something. All right. Poverty, our strongest weapon against COVID-19. PTF coordinator. That's on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Whatever it means. I know you're already wondering. So what is this man trying to say? Well,
why we keep borrowing money, President Buhari, and inflation hits 13.22% in August, and that's come from the National Bureau of Statistics. Pages 2 and 6 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Soyinka backs Obasanjo, says Nigeria drifting into total collapse, and that's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
I wonder if Garba will have a word for Professor Soyinka too, like he had a word for President Olusegun Obasanjo.
I'm sure he knows the difference. Yes. Prof might just come up with a new word to describe him. He had better choose his battles.
Prof will not keep quiet.
Remember during the Jonathan era, and some people decided to pick a war with Prof. You should know better.
It's also another headline of the Nigerian Tribune. Soyinka backs Obasanjo, says Nigeria more divided under Buhari, asks governors to sue for reparations.
Wow.
That is interesting.
But funny enough, I mean, the little I know about Professor Wole Soyinka and Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, they are hardly on the same page.
They are
hardly. I can almost count the times when they will say the same thing. Even in this statement, Prof still mentioned it that I'm not so much a fan. He still had to say it that I don't join issues with this guy. But on this issue, he's right.
I know. I recall the late fella Adekola Kokuti. They were schoolmates, Professor Soyinka and Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. And I recall fella at the time said that he was talking about former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and he said maybe the games they played, the things they did as boys, and he said one thing. He said, Shegeoleja. That is he said he used to pummel former President Olusegun Obasanjo when they were in school. He said Soyinka was a fighter.
If you look at his stature, I know that. So that is maybe that's why he went to join the military. So now he can fight. Now he can fight. No. Well, you want to know stories like that Tola I say, I've been listening to the albums of Fela and all right. 13.22% inflation rate. Address insecurity. Forex, energy. Experts tell Buhari. That's on page 27 of the Punch newspaper. Guess who these experts are now? Nigeria Bureau of Statistics.
Wow.
Outsiders have been saying it.
And they've been speaking a lot in recent times.
No, they can't lie. That's their job. They are supposed to provide data for the federal government to work with. I mean, I can see the picture of the statistician general of the federation, Dr. Yemi Kale, right there. So this is not somebody from our side. When NESG said it, they said, they are this. Now people inside are saying, Oga, we cannot lie to you. You are paying us to show you this data. We are telling you that these are things you need to fix. Insecurity, forex, energy. Experts tell Buhari to fix this as inflation rises to 13.22%. Details on page 27 of the Punch newspaper.
And the government's media room keeps saying that things are not that bad.
Okay. All right, we will be fine.
This is coming from Oshun. Suspected Yahoo boy dies in car crash during chase by JTF operatives.
Was that one led to the protest in Osun State yesterday? Wow. We'll do for commercial break. When we're back, we'll take more stories. Don't go anywhere.
Bye, my pikin.
You don't dey go gym?
I never reach for that one.
Okay. I beg make you help us buy mango and garden egg come.
This no be the season. I know go dey market. Shey you sabi sell everything for life get your own time.
I sabi that one.
Why you come dey ask for wetin you know say no follow?
No worry, make you just dey go where you dey go. When you come back, we go sit down talk.
Make we dey talk am now before I come out.
You been dey talk say you go want make we rest small after this pikin wey we born.
I talk am because of the thing wey elder been tell me about childbirth spacing.
Yes, so na true. Auntie nurse talk say e go help my body rest well before I carry another belle.
No worry yourself, my dear.
See as belle dey sweet me say we dey talk about this matter.
No forget say anyone wey you choose for childbirth spacing matter dey safe and you fit trust am. Oya waka go any health center wey get the green dot logo to get full informate on childbirth spacing services. This message na the Federal Ministry of Health and support from American people carry am come.
So glad to know you're there. Still conversation with Dayo and Tola, coming to you live from Oluyole 98.5 FM. Continue with the headlines.
And then we have this one. Law school admits 1,785 candidates to bar. Other troublemakers risk travel ban, prosecution. UK warns. That's on page 31 of the Nigerian Tribune. It was the US yesterday saying that election riggers.
People have been calling that Europe especially, they prefer, treat neck pain, treat some disease. Some people prefer UK. So deny them access to all these places. Don't allow them set up shell accounts in all those places. Maybe. Just maybe we might be able to fix some things here.
But honestly, I hope there would be no hypocrisy on the part of the Western nations themselves. What I mean here is I hope they will be accurate in selecting their perceived troublemakers. Because definitely we've seen instances where people who are actually troublemakers, but because they have a lot of money, money that UK could invest, that the Western nations could invest in their own economy, they look the other way. This has been happening over time.
Exactly. The main reason why I said deny them from setting up shell accounts in your countries, and then we'll know you really, somebody might not come to the US or UK and still have accounts running there, fictitious, properties there. They have agents that help them get these things now. So really, I think that's also the way to go. But at least for deciding to do this, we should say a big thank you to them. It's not as if you are paying them. They're just trying to help too. Anyway.
But UK that is talking now, a former petroleum minister who has questions to answer.
Well,
it's still very much with them. And
definitely. Well, it was in the news that she also has, citizenship of one island country too. So making it difficult to extradite her. And they even say she's even a minister in that. All right. So politicians have their way of doing such things.
I think that for petroleum minister, well, if indeed she's guilty of what she's been accused of, I think she has caused more trouble than partly responsible anyway for what we are going through now.
She should face the music. That's it. There should be no sacred cow. Southwest PDP better with Makinde as leader, rep chair. That's on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
Tinubu Obaseki trade wars over Edo poll. Obaseki does not deserve votes of Edo people, says Tinubu. You can't extend your political empire to our state, says Obaseki's aide. Abdusalami Kuka lead Obaseki is a Iyamo, others in signing peace accord, and governors Obi Ikimi others are the support for Obaseki. Pages 26 and 31 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Yeah, a good number of PDP governors were in Edo State yesterday to support their own. Same thing with the APC too. They had their colleagues coming around to campaign on their behalf. But I think the main issue yesterday was the video released by a former governor of Lagos State, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, outrightly demarketing the governor of Edo State. He didn't mince words. Reject, he was specific. This one is not. And I began to wonder what is in it for him.
Well, they are telling him Ashiwaju not to extend this political.
That was the response to him, that you can't extend your territory to Edo State. I'm still wondering, is it the love for the party?
Well, in all honesty, whatever the motives of Asiwaju are, but he cannot be underestimated. We give that to him. At least in the politics of the Southwest, politics of talking about Edo State, talking about...
He's a veteran on this stuff.
So you underestimate him at your own risk. So, well, it's going to be a very keen contest, and both sides should brace up. Well, honestly, it's going to be a very keen contest.
What we also know is that Edo is not Lagos has been trending on social media. People saying that no, we are able to. But then it's always, we hope it will be down to the people to make their decision, and not just because somebody is incumbent or because somebody wants somebody out.
Well, Edo is not Lagos, but like I said, Asiwaju has a way of putting his fingers in places where you think it doesn't belong, and he has a way of swaying things the way he wants things to go.
All right, we'll see how it goes. How many days to go? We'll see how it goes, and it's our desire that the best man wins. Okay, let the wish of the people,
most important,
let their votes count as what matters most.
Free and fair elections.
So at the end of the day, it is about the people, not about one man leading or not leading. Okay, all right. So we'll take more stories. Ekiti APC moves to suspend Ojodu. Tinubu's in-law orders. Page 18 of the Punch newspaper.
COVID-19 test fee, Nigerians been extorted, senators allege.
Wow, okay. Still in Ekiti highway raiders kill one, abduct ex-US major, order. That's on page 13 of the Punch newspaper.
Electricity tariff increment will improve quality of service, says IBEDC. Says tariff increase won't affect all customers. We read that before.
NDDC probe, Akpabio recants, meets National Assembly clerk panel, and that's on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
And our latest comment from the University of Lagos, Unilag, we are awaiting outcome of investigative panel. That's coming from staff unions and parents.
Oh, that's true. The VC versus, wow, we wish them all the best too.
People are almost forgetting.
I'm telling you, but the students will suffer it. Well, ASU issue is still there anyway. On Edo Decides 2020, three key headlines. 14 parties signed peace accord, pledge violence-free poll, and we have PDP governors, big wigs convergent, meaning for Baseki's final campaign. Edo carpets Tinubu as Lagos APC defends ex-governor. Details of all that on pages 8 and 19 of the Punch newspaper.
36 governors to deliberate on post-COVID-19 recovery plans, insecurity in Zamfara. Having that meeting today, the 36 governors. And don't you think the federal government has already decided for the entire country?
I think so. If you ask me, my opinion really about this, I think that decision has been made already.
So I wonder this their deliberation. Let's
that decision has been made already. If you ask me, it's not so. Every other thing is like a rant. That's it. You hit the nail. It's like you saw my mind. That decision has been made. It's been made already. CBN unveils 200 billion naira loans for federal government's family housing project. That's on page 31 of the Punch newspaper.
Stop harassing Melafia, Secondus tells DSS. That's as federal government unveils plans for repatriation of IDPs from Niger. That's much in a hurry to come back home.
I hope our own IDPs inside Nigeria, what have we done about them? You know, you want to go and be bringing those who are... They will prefer to stay in Niger. Niger is safer.
and they're very much aware that things have not really improved at home. I wonder if you are bringing them back. Would they really be willing to come back home?
It's a function of the people. Let's see what they say. You know, as that. Okay. On page 40 of the Punch newspaper, Lanley returns to APC as alliance with Makinde collapses. We also have Emir cries out as floods hit 4 Kwara local governments. That's on page 40 of the Punch newspaper.
The Tribune also has that story. Lanleyin supporters return to APC in Oyo. And Ondopo Ajayi accuses Akeredolu of intolerance over venue of flag of campaign. PDP hails fresh US visa ban on Nigerian election riggers, demand sanctions extended to assets. We were saying the other time. INEC sacks 3 workers, prosecutes 3 dons for alleged malpractices in 2019 polls.
Wow, this is not too good. On the business and economy page of the Punch newspaper, Naira plunges further. Exchanges for 460 Naira. Wow. Okay, that's on page 27 of the Punch newspaper.
I thought there were prospects that things would...
I thought so too, really. I thought so too. At the time, I think sometimes last week it was 440. 460, that's extra 20 Naira. It means a lot. Means a lot. Oh yeah, most days before we go to sports.
More crime and human angle stories. Collapsed fence kills boy days after writing Wase in Delta.
Painful.
Troops kill bandits are the suspected militias in Benue, Nasarawa, Taraba. We also have 5 killed, 8 injured in Ondo auto crash. And the NRC police, Kaduna government deny bandits attacks on train.
They said they threw stones at them.
That's an attack.
Said the stone. They stoned and the stone drilled hole inside the metal body of the train. It's like David and Goliath. That stone that hit Goliath and entered the head and killed Goliath.
Well, in the case of David and Goliath, that stone must have traveled with the force of a bullet. Remember, although there was definitely some divine. So perhaps it traveled at the same speed.
Exactly. There might be some Davids on the Kaduna Abuja railway line. Some Davids might be along that line. So they were testing their catapults. We'll be fine. We will be fine. Welcome to Nigeria. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to go. 41 of the Punch newspaper. Saka in Golden Boy, 40-man shortlist. And we have MBBF signs 150 million naira deal. Sports Minister, Sports Festival can still hold in 2020. And I was confident of winning top scorer award. Okpotu Dosu hopes to champion Principals Cup revival. You have Okereke tests positive for COVID-19. That's some headlines from the sports page here.
Messi joins Ronaldo's club. What they're trying to say is that
billionaire.
Football second billionaire.
More money.
COVID-19, Ego striker Okereke test positive. And okay.
You have here Joshua versus Fury fight still on, says promoter. This newspaper fight is becoming too much. Fight this thing. And we have Barca agreed £28 million deal for the pay. I couldn't imagine Messi in another shirt, says Janik. Woods opens up on painful 2006 memories. I have Bundesliga to start with 20% fan capacity. Ivanovic returns to Premier League with West Brom. And you have Djokovic. US Open disqualification was a big lesson. So that's about that at the sports page of the Punch newspaper.
Before we take the meat of the news, we could take this sidelines on the back page of the Nigerian Tribune. It says Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan believes rapists should be hanged or castrated chemically, reduced in libido, following widespread protest about a woman raped in front of her 2 children when her car ran out of fuel. Now, in reaction, one of the country's police chiefs, Umar Sheikh, blamed the victim for driving at night without a male companion.
Are you kidding me?
Well, and there it says the police same everywhere.
Wow.
One thing that actually impressed me regarding the reaction of the Pakistani people, a woman raped in front of her 2 children in a lonely road, and the entire nation actually took it up.
Yeah, it's important.
Just one incident.
No, it's important, especially with that person saying they are blaming the woman for driving at night. Really, in our own car.
And honestly, these things in our own country, not just Nigeria, other countries, it seems as if it has become accepted, and all you have to do is just pray that
castrate them. That's just it, maybe when they begin to lose the organs, people will begin to think, really, a crime is a crime. Those people should be treated like murderers. Really, in front of our children. Come on, come on. Well, whether or not in front of their children self, it's not even the function of the location. Rape is rape. Wow. Well, time check 6:56 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. It's a conversation with Dayo and Tola right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. We go straight to the meat of the news. Federal government Labour's 8-hour meeting ends in deadlock. And that's on page 2 and 40 of the Punch newspaper. It's a lengthy one right there. We'll take shots, snippets here. An 8-hour meeting involving the federal government, the Nigerian Labour Congress, and the Trade Union Congress ended in a deadlock on Tuesday, following the inability of the parties to reach a consensus. While the organized labor was demanding the reversal of the hikes in the price of petrol and electricity tariffs, the federal government pleaded for understanding, saying it could not sustain the fuel subsidy. Although the government team made presentations on its policies, it didn't specify how the effects of the hikes in electricity and petroleum products would be alleviated. Also on Tuesday, the TUC has said the indefinite strike and nationwide protest built to commence from Wednesday, September 23 would hold as planned. The Congress had issued a 7-day ultimatum to the government on Monday, threatening to embark on an indefinite strike if the federal government failed to revert to the old electricity tariff and the price of petrol. Fuel price electricity tariff hikes have erased minimum wage gain. NLC President Ayuba Waba, the NLC President, argued that the high prices of petroleum products and electricity tariff had erased the gains of the minimum wage. He faulted the government for unilaterally fixing the prices of electricity and petrol without consultations with Nigerians. According to him, many Nigerians are struggling to survive because of the high cost of living occasioned by the government's recent policies, which included the increases in the value-added tax. Wow. Federal government Labour's 8-hour meeting ends in deadlock. For want of time, one other major issue here that caught my attention is the fact that those negotiating on behalf of government claimed that petrol could have been sold for 183 naira per litre. Tola, is somebody trying to say that they are still paying subsidy? I'm not sure you got that.
Well, I do, but the story is always that the subsidy disappeared a long time ago.
Okay. Let me reframe. Under recovery. That's the new word. Okay, I apologize. Subsidy. Is somebody saying indirectly that they are still paying under recovery?
A lot of issues actually border on trust, and these are the reasons why Labour may, aside from the fact that the hardship that these actions are visiting on the people, these might be reasons why Labour may remain adamant, because there are things they also know. There are things that are...
I was surprised to see this. Maybe it was a sleep. Maybe they didn't plan it. It probably slipped. That, Kini, what are you saying? You are supposed to be buying for 183. We just gave you at 151. So who is covering that cost? No wonder they were trying to fix that price. In all of this, I really didn't give it. Most likely that is why those ones to stood their ground. I said, no. If you can fix that 151, revert to the former price. Unless Kuku know that you are paying this amount. But saying that there's no subsidy, under recovery, and then you are coming to throw it in our faces that what are you people saying? You should have been paying 183 naira. We just give you at okay, it's 160 now. Just manage that one for now.
I know. Interestingly, the APC here in Oyo State, yesterday it was in the news yesterday that they actually supported the federal government's action in increasing fuel and electricity price, and the secretary of the party in Oyo State, Alhaji Mojidola, was actually quoting the price of fuel in some other African countries, and he actually mentioned, he actually had a list, and he did mention that Nigerians pay the lowest for fuel. But the question now is that the cost of living.
What is the minimum wage in this country? How much do they pay for power? Do you know there are some West African countries that enjoy more power than Nigeria?
We were talking about Libya yesterday, North Africa.
Exactly.
Despite the conflict in that country, despite the fact that that country is declared a troubled nation, yet they were protesting 3 days of that they didn't have power. Normally they are used to 24 hours power supply all around, and it was strange to them that why won't we have power? So I don't know.
Well, on certain people coming out to support Mr. President, with their own opinion. Well, there was this. I don't know if you came across it. There was this slight comment. It was a comic, posted on a particular front page of a particular, not front page, I think somewhere inside a particular national newspaper. And here's what it says in short. They put up a headline that so power this has been hiked, tariff and all that. Somebody now came holding a voucher that forget it, we that we belong to so party, our ogas have given us a voucher that we can use to spend, to buy things in the market. So most likely those who came out supporting the idea have their own special card that they can use in the markets. Like Garba Shehu, he is saying that prices of commodities are falling. Me, I'm like, Oga, show us your market. I would like to be buying from there. They probably have a special card issued to them that they used to buy in the market, except it's not the same market we go to.
The Minister of Finance actually came out to counter.
She's a woman now. She can't hide it. She probably, or God gives her money, she goes to market, so she can't deny it. I think this is a period where we need, yes, as much as people want to be loyal to their parties, we need to speak truth to power, and that's the fact. Hike in the prices of PMS does not know PDP. It does not know APC. Or SDP, or whoever you call your name.
No ADC.
That's the truth. We just read that dollar to naira exchange rate plunged to 460 naira. Can we begin to just tell ourselves the truth? I have a friend, he will say, Dayo, I will also be truth. I'm telling you. Okay, so all this one that we must support our leader. Is your leaders giving you the money to take care of your children?
I know precisely what I think in the case of the Oyo APC. Ordinarily one would think that the comments made by Alhaji Oluyole and other APC leaders yesterday should be weighed and should be seen as a political blunder at this point in time, when majority of Nigerians are not really happy about these things. They are free to hold their opinion. But then, if you noticed those comments, they were actually speaking from both sides of the mouth. Some of them actually said, although it is ill-timed, but then they now said, so you will see a veil.
Tola, it's hard to strike a balance on such an issue. It affects everybody. No, it's the truth. It affects everyone.
They would want to speak the truth, at least some of them, but at the same time,
show some
have to think about
loyalty and solidarity to the party, yet they can't deny the effect and all that.
And that's why I'm worried about that meeting holding today. The 36 state governors, majority are APC. So if they are all going to toe the line of
the facts are there. NBS is telling federal government, fix insecurity, fix forex, fix energy. These facts are there, except they want to just not tell themselves the truth. Governors don't go to market to buy like we do. Maybe, but I think they really want to be sincere to themselves. they will tell themselves the truth. We'll take a couple more stories.
All right. Let's talk about Soyinka backing up Obasanjo and saying Nigeria are more divided under Buhari. He's asking governors to sue for reparations. The first black person to win the Nobel Prize for Literature, Professor Wole Soyinka, on Tuesday returned to national discourse, smoldering President Muhammadu Buhari and his administration. About what smoldering? It says in an...
Before you take that, right. I think we're due for a commercial break. Let's quickly take that break. We'll be back.
So I don't write jollof rice, fried rice, pounded yam, egusi,
rice
chicken.
and stew, jollof rice.
Thank
you. All this plenty kind food one they call so. Now what you go chop for the naming be?
Yes, one.
See, enjoy.
No be small.
You see, mama baby, the same way we get different kind of food. Now so we get different kind of child-based spacing methods. So child-based spacing go make your belly sweet well, and your body too, it go standard. Anyone where you choose good for body and you go fit trust them.
Auntie Nurse, my just don't they talk about them more. But me I dey fear.
See, no culture or religion where no they support anything where go make life better. Make you and your Jasper come when una ready. I go they wait for now.
Okay.
No forget say anyone where you choose for childbirth spacing matter, they safe and you fit trust them. Oya waka go any health center where get the green dot logo to get full information on childbirth spacing services. This message now the Federal Ministry of Health and support from American people carry and come.
So glad to know you're there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola. You were about taking a particular story.
All right, talking about Soyinka backs up Obasanjo, says Nigeria more divided under Buhari, and is asking governors to sue for reparations. And now the first black person to win the Nobel Prize for Literature, Professor Wole Soyinka, on Tuesday returned to national discourse, smoldering President Muhammadu Buhari and his administration. In an op-ed, mourning what has become of the nation under the watch of President Buhari, Soyinka aligned with his eternal foe and former
eternal foe. Wow, what a qualification!
Wow. And former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, in his recent controversial assessment of the country, which he described as a basket case and a failed state, quoting Soyinka, "I'm continuously no fan of Olusegun Obasanjo, General twice former president, and co-architect with other past leaders of the crumbling edifice that is still generously called Nigeria. I have no reasons to change my stance on his record. Nonetheless, I embrace the responsibility of calling attention to any accurate reading of this nation from whatever source as a contraption teetering on the very edge of total collapse." Soyinka backs Obasanjo, says Nigeria more divided under Buhari, and is asking governors to sue for reparations.
Well, if everybody is saying the same thing, I think the person that keeps saying that everybody is not right should check himself, if you ask me.
Talking about reparations, I think the first states to actually do that should be the northeast states that have been plagued by insurgency.
All right. Open the phone lines. Time check 7:09 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. 080-550-09850. That's the number to join the conversation today. Keep the comments coming. I can see comments dropping on Facebook by the minute. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I have we have Sunday Alabi. Then good morning, Mr. Dayo and Tola. Well done, good guys. Okay, from Agbabiaka Ilorin. Wow, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook. Our first caller is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Seems you're close to your radio set. Either you move away from it or you turn down the volume, sir.
Hello, sir.
We can hear you clearly. Go ahead, sir. Your name and location.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to greet you. I don't have anything to say this morning.
Okay, thank you. Your name and location, sir.
I'm Shefadu calling from Ngora.
Thank you so much.
you so much.
We really appreciate you. All right. 08055009850. That's the number to join the conversation. 08055009850. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Aruna from Odoro, Gomosho.
Oh, nice to have you, Aruna. Go ahead with your comment.
Mr. Dianti, God is always your strength.
Amen.
Amen.
God will continue to protect you.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't have more to say this morning, but I know that since they are planning to also they are telling us that petroleum may go to 183 naira or so. No problem. If we are unable to say anything now, a generation will come that will not tolerate this nonsense. God bless you, Jira. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Aruna. They didn't say it will go to 183. They said it should have gone to 183. That maybe somebody's trying to help us to, block some money and all that. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello. You might need to call us back. Okay. Phone line is open. 08055009850. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Dianti.
Oh, that must be Mr. Falodu.
I'm Falodu.
Oh, nice to have you. Go ahead, sir.
But the issue of what you have just said is really, to me personally, Nigeria, when Barcelona was in government, in power, don't forget that Nigeria complained. When Yahya was in power, Nigeria complained. Don't forget that when the President Jonathan was in power, Nigeria complained. Clueless president. Buhari, Nigeria will complain. The reason why Nigeria will complain that the constitution of prison is not working. It's a very poor constitution. Subject to manipulation. It's not working until we change this constitution. We continue to be complaining. So before then are not good. Who is going to be good? The problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Fowler. The phone line is open, 08055009850. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Concerning the just concluded, the point you raised this morning.
Okay, the meeting between the labor leaders and
my contribution is that Nigeria youth, they should rise up and fight against this unreasonable pump price. Because if we can flash back, you can remember that before 2015, Buhari was the one that led the team that fought this pump price. He was the one that even declared that there's nothing related to subsidy. But now he was the one that is telling us that Nigerians are supposed to be buying pump price at this kind of terrible time we are passing through, this kind of period of pandemic. So our leader, they are not considered, and the only alternative and the solution is that the youth, they should rise up and fight. Because if they don't fight, this leader, they are ready to ruin the future of this nation.
Wow. You didn't tell us your name and location, sir.
That is my opinion.
Your name and location, sir. Hello?
My name is Afolabi.
Okay. From where, sir? You didn't tell us your location?
From Shaki.
Okay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your comment. All right. 08055009850. Otumba Fadeyi Adeolu Cornelius on Facebook say, good morning, DNT. TUC strike is long overdue. They ought to have done that immediately. FG announced the increment in electricity tariff. On Chief Ashiwaju call on Edo people to reject Obaseki is totally wrong and does not portray the true Democrat he claimed to be. Well, funny enough, in that call, he also called Obaseki, that mentioned Obaseki as not being a true Democrat who didn't know what they fought for. So I think, well,
Well, it's totally Ashwaji's opinion. Anyway.
Exactly. Different stroke for different folks. He has a right to his opinion.
Doesn't mean the people will to his line.
Exactly. He's not even eligible to vote in Edo State. I wanted to say maybe he has only one vote. No, he does not have any votes in Edo State. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dio and Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Dio from Okeo.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
God, the final arbiter, is there. He's going to query everyone's deed. The Yoruba should say, "Oh, tia bini abini." Thank you. God bless you. Dio from Okeo.
All right, thank you so much. It's 7:15. Destination time 7:30 a.m. Today is the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, 16th September. Okay, so time is 7:16. I decided to read it at that time. 16th of September is International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. Remember the ozone layer? Okay.
We are not doing very much to preserve it.
Okay. Keep cutting trees and still burn fossil fuels anyhow. Cars with high emission level are being imported with ease. Ozone for life. 35 years of ozone layer protection. That's the theme for this year. Someone else is here on the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
The issue of this Tinubu. What concerns Tinubu about Edo election before you go on the air to tell the good people of Edo not to vote for Obaseki? Has he got card in Edo State? This Asiwaju, or what you are calling, is going beyond his bandit. And one day God will deal with him. I am still sure Padere from Gola. I just woke up the other time.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, sir. It's his party, Abi, and he's a national leader. He's a national leader and it's his party.
He's a politician.
Exactly.
He should be interested.
He should.
He should be interested.
Phone line is open. 08055098050.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Moswa calling from Mugitanero, Bumosho.
Nice to have you.
Good morning, Mr. Antola. God will be with us.
Amen.
What I want to say this morning about increase in petroleum and dollar reasons. I thank those that speak this morning. Aruna, Mr. Falodun, and Co. What I know is that whatever anybody do, God see us. But I want to tell all of us to be fear of God. All
right.
Secondly, the woman that they rape in front of the child,
our kids.
that case is too bad. Please, I want the federal government to find something to do about cases of raping. It's too rampant.
Okay.
So I'm not happy about it at all. God will be with us in Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much. That didn't happen in Nigeria. But of course, that's not to say rape activities have not increased in Nigeria. So the point is still valid. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
This is okay from Mugumaso.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I just want to thank you for your program.
Thank you, sir.
And the courage you have in putting every morning to us.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I want to talk the oil and power. What I see is that the labor leaders are deceiving themselves.
Oh.
They have been bought over.
Oh, wow.
Those days, during the times that somebody was one of the presidents, this thing cannot happen. Now, somebody is in government. He can't do anything. He still sleeping when the government decided that they increase the electrical bill and the petrol. Look at the minimum wage. I'm not a worker now because I'm a pensioner. I don't know whether they are paid those workers. But to the pensioner needs, they have done nothing. And the labor leader has seen all these things.
All right.
Every month from the pension, the small pension will pay. There is money collected to union.
Okay.
And 30% is going to the small leaders.
All right, Mr. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
But the major leader now are forgetting the pensioners.
We have to let you go now, sir. For
And the question of oil bill, they are just telling lies. They are deceiving themselves.
Thank you very
Government
much.
are not there over.
Thank you, Mr. Okay.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate your comments. 60 seconds max, please, so that others can contribute. Adiola Sunday on Facebook. Good morning, Tola and I am Professor Shoyinka, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. If an old man uses his mouth to tear meat and give you, you may not eat it. But if they give you an advice, please take it. PMB should listen to voice of reason. Congratulations to all new lawyers called to the bar yesterday. Thank you, Comrade Adiola Sunday from Shaki. Someone else is on the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I'm Sunday Falade from Alazoson in Nakele local government.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
Yeah. It appears some people don't know that they are not the most intelligent in the country. They talk to us as if they are talking to fools.
Whoa.
They were saying that there's no longer subsidy. And at the same time, another group in the set say that they are subsidizing. I think they have two tongues at the same time. That is one. The other one, some people are identifying that our fuel or petrol is one of the cheapest in the subcontinent of Africa. Not telling us about the cost of living in those countries, the standard of living in those countries, and the wealth of the nation of those countries. Just speaking an item out of several indices that you can use to measure the cost of living in a country. So they should please discuss with intelligent people in their groups before forcing out to the public.
Right.
Because they are in politics due to poverty.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday Falade from Akinyele. I believe Akinyele is now peaceful. No more killing and rape of young people. Thank you so much all the way from there. Let me take some comments from Twitter at Make04. Say, just a few days ago, I commented about reopening of school. I want to believe that the announcement made by Oyo State about reopening of schools and tertiary institutions is true. If so, then I'm proud to be in Oyo State. As for hiked price, let them continue. There is God, though. Well, we can confirm the reopening of school is a fact in Oyo State. There's no going back on that, according to government. Ladiola at Ladiola 007 on Twitter. Edo people should not put their destinies on sale because of 2,000 naira. They should remember how the whole country is paying back for 2019 election trader money. Good morning. Okay, thank you, Ladiola. Adioti Kunle S on Facebook said, it would have been better for the federal government to listen to the voices of reason, but unfortunately it has vowed to be tormenting the disobedient and hard-necked Nigerians who shouted Shei Baba. It's not a crime to shout Shei Baba. Well, thank you so much for your comment. To take another call.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Dayan Shola.
Tola.
Have a nice day today.
Thank you, sir.
Now, first comment regard to the comment of Garba Shehu and Fernandishino, the statement of the president. Relating to what the comments on the newspaper a day or 2 days ago. The trading of things in this country today, if someone look at it critically, this administration, all Nigerians and will be on deck, and we should continue to pray fervently because the way this ruling government at the center, led by the General Manuel Bali, the way it's pushing this country to is at the end of depression and division, even the chaos. Because when you lose this country in 1983, the same situation happened. But some of us that are old enough at that time, Allied Chief Shogari was in power in 1983 December. But immediately Buhari came, within 18 months, the same economic problem and political problem we are facing by them. The same thing is occurring now. Why should Femi Adesina and Garba Shehu is now saying that what Buhari is doing is good? To somebody who is in Nigeria, born in Nigeria, we say the negative event of this particular administration, political and economic, even in terms of election.
You didn't tell us your name, sir. Your name and location, sir.
If they know that the election will not be in their favor, we see what will happen.
All right.
I'm praying for other people to continue prayer for
your name, sir.
So that anything of the world will not happen or violence will not happen.
Hello, your name and location, sir.
My last point is this.
We can't take any last point, sir. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You overused your time. You went way beyond your time. Let's make it brief to allow others to call in. One more call.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Turn down the volume of your radio set.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Nice to have you, Mazi.
The only thing that I want to say is that, to me, President Jonathan is the best president in this country. To me. Because he is the only president that can listen to the masses when masses are crying. I wonder why this administration don't want to listen to people when we are crying. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mazi Wanko. Crown Raf, Ismail Lukman, Sheye Adeleke Sheyatronics, Sheye Ogunjimi, Fumilala Adewale, Ayanladun Wasiu Gbenga, Christian Gbolahan Adio, Abayomi Akinshola Oladeji, Ogundeji Damilola, Job Leke Ajibade, Isaac Olagoke Akande, Auspicious Baraka, Oluwakunmi Ayode Adeyemi, Basit Kemi. Thank you so much. That's the much you can take on the program today. Till tomorrow where we come your way. Again, I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I am Tola Teriba.
Have a beautiful day.
Prime time. For those of you who do not know, you are listening to
98.5
Oluyole FM. Let's go.
Oral-B 2-in-1 got me fresh all day like ooh. I'm still fresh for existing all day. My confidence is never low, never on fresh. Cause I've got healthy, strong teeth and Oral-B 2-in-1 got me fresh all day like ooh.
Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for stronger, healthy teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Oh, kí lélẹ́yìn náà. Ọmọ má bà tẹlifíṣàn yẹn jẹ́, kí ló dé gan-an.
Ó ṣèlérí ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó dùn. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn líìgì kéékèèké tí ó dùn rárá náà ń ṣàfihàn rẹ̀.
Ṣé Premier League, La Liga, Serie A ló fẹ́ wò?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́.
Kí wá ló dé tó ń dara rẹ̀ láàmú? Nígbà tí GoTV ní gbogbo àwọn líìgì tó dùn pínpínrín yìí.
Ṣé lóòótọ́?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́. Bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó dùn tó débẹ̀ ló wà lórí GoTV.
Kúrò lọ́nà kémi náà lọ ra GoTV tèmi.
Ní sáà ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá yìí, Tara ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ra decoder GoTV fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́sàn-án-lé-lọ́gọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún náírà tó tún wá pẹ̀lú àkókò ìwòran ìpele GoTV Max tí ẹ tún máa gbádùn bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó débẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì Super Sport wa GoTV gbé ìgbé ayé ẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́.
Stay powered up and keep the chat and apps going from sunrise to sunset with an all-day battery. Store up to 3,000 songs from all your favorite artists or 13 hours of high-definition videos thanks to lighter apps from the Android Go edition. So you can stay entertained all day, every day. The new Nokia C2 has all these and more from 29,000 Naira. Nokia smartphones, it just keeps getting better.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
98.5 FM.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check at 7:31 a.m. And of course, you know that it's time to talk sports once again on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the trailblazer, the pride of the nation. Of course, you know, with the best in the West. Yes, the show is Spotted Beat. We'll break the news first before that's wake up in the morning. Bring you the latest, the hottest, and of course, the juiciest news. Don't forget exclusive interviews that you can only get on this radio dial. My name is Boluwaji Ogumola. Of course, we all set to bring you the news that you can use in the world of sport. Tell your friends, tell your enemies that the show is on your radio this lovely morning and you can listen anywhere you are on planet Earth. Just visit www.bcs.tv/listen to listen to us anywhere you are. So far you are connected to the internet. You can also watch the live stream on Facebook and on Twitter. Just hit Facebook, search Oluyole 98.5 FM, like the page, and of course get to enjoy on our live stream live right there. And of course on Twitter, make sure you follow us at Oluyole FM, and of course watch as this show is going on this lovely morning. In the next 20 minutes, I'll be bringing you stories concerning Nigerian players in Belgium, 2 of them actually, and of course from there we head straight to basketball, taking a look at the deal signed by the MBBF, that's Nigerian Basketball Federation. It's a 5-year deal with a multinational company to sponsor the Nigerian Basketball Division 1 and Division 2. We also take a look at stories coming from the world of boxing as regards the Nigerian who is set to fight later on Saturday. Also news as regards the first round of the Italian Open, and of course taking a look at the NBA bubbles. Yes, so we had the Eastern Conference Finals in the areas of today, and of course we'll bring you up to speed with all of that and many more. And of course over there in England, talking about European football, the big one Arsenal fans have been waiting for all this while. Yes, the renewal of Aubameyang's contract. It happened yesterday as the Gabonese signed a 3-year deal to remain at Arsenal. This and many more you stand to enjoy on Spotted Beat this lovely morning with Boluwaji Ogumola. Let's hit the ground running this morning, and of course starting from Belgium, where Emmanuel Dennis has been named in Belgium Pro League Team of the Week. Emmanuel Dennis, the 22-year-old, was in fine form as his club of Club Brugge defeated Varsland Beveren 4-1 at home. His international teammate David Okereke scored Brugge's 3rd goal of the encounter. The versatile forward is the only Brugge in the selection. The 22-year-old Nigerian has been linked with a move away from the club this summer, with clubs in England, Germany and Italy reportedly interested in the Nigerian international. It appears that he will now remain with the club this very summer. Club Brugge are 5th on the table with 9 points from 5 matches this very season, still at the club. Let's talk about another Nigerian in that team. His name is David Okereke. His club Brugge, announced yesterday that he has tested positive for COVID-19. The attacker was immediately quarantined and will be arrested next week, and that's according to a tweet on the club's official Twitter handle yesterday. The 23-year-old Nigerian was on target in Club Brugge's 4-1 home win against Warsland Beveren last week Saturday. He has scored once in 4 league appearances for the club this season. Okereke linked up with Club Brugge from Serie B side Spezia just last summer. We wish him a quick recovery. Alright, a quick one. Let's move away from the world of football this morning and check out other sports. This time around, we're heading straight to the world of basketball, where the Nigerian Basketball Federation (NBBF) has signed a 5-year deal with a multinational oil and gas company worth about 150 million naira for the sponsorship of the men's divisions 1 and 2 leagues. The partnership, which will run between 2020 and 2025, will see division 1 and 2 receiving 15 million naira each annually to organize and run the leagues in Nigeria. Speaking at the event held on Tuesday in Lagos, which had the Minister of Youth and Sport, Sunday Dare, in attendance, NBBF President Engineer Musa Kida said cemented a sponsorship with the company, which is the first ever partnership with the lower league levels of basketball, and that particular deal is expected to open a new vista in the corporate sponsorship of sports in Nigeria. Yes, way to go for MBBF. It shows that the marketing and commercial development of the body is actually working to sign a deal, not just for the first division, but of course for the second division. We'll be hoping that in football something like that will happen, and we will have the NNL, the Nigerian National League, also having a major corporate sponsor. Let me go on my first commercial break on the show this morning. We'll be heading straight to the world of boxing, talking about a Nigerian who is set to hit the ring later on Saturday.
Ìyá mi Àyìnkẹ́, adájọ́ tí kì í fi gbá kan bọ̀ kan.
Ṣé wo mọ̀ yí pé apá ipò lẹ́yìn àgbà ọmọdé apá lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ náà má yájú sẹ́gbọ́n rẹ̀ mọ́ o.
Olú alámọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá kí n má bàa fi gbogbo owó jẹ wóróbo.
Àjàní kódà kéèyàn fọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá jẹun ná díẹ̀ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni.
Tí n bá rántí ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ti ń múra lámúyẹ ẹ̀rín á sì pa mí títí.
Ewu ọmọ mi Àjàní bó ti wọ bàtà ọ̀tún sósì bí ẹni ń lo oko ọdẹ ó yá ọkọ mi tún bàtà rẹ wọ̀ dáadáa.
Fún àwọn òpómúlérò ìyá ẹ̀mí àbàtà tí mọ́dọ̀ ṣàn ní 3 crowns ìtọ́jú àwọn ìyá ṣe pàtàkì kí wọ́n lè tẹ̀síwájú ipa rere aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń kó lórí ẹbí gbogbo.
3 crowns milk, healthy moms, happy families.
Welcome back to listening to Sporting Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the Trailblazer, the pride of the nation, the best in the West. Yes, with the voice of Boluwaji Ogumila this lovely morning. We're talking boxing this morning. Where undefeated Nigerian heavyweight boxing sensation Ife Ajagba is billed to make his top-rank debut against Jonathan Rice in a 10-round clash on the 19th of September at the Bubble MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The fight is Ajagba's second of the year after his 9th round knockout of Ravan Kojanu at the Barclays Center in March. Ajagba, you remember, joined Bob Arum's top-rank boxing outfit back in August, having previously fought under Richard Sheffer's Ringstar Sports Promotion since becoming a professional back in 2017. The 26-year-old Nigerian is unbeaten in 13 fights, winning 11 of his bouts via knockout, while his opponent on Saturday has lost 5 times and drawn once in 19 professional career bouts. We'll be looking forward to that particular bout at the MGM Arena on Saturday. I can always log on, and of course listen up on Oluyole FM and BSS Television for updates as regards that particular fight in our subsequent sport news bulletin. Heading straight, still talking boxing this morning. Dillian White is expected to face Alexander Povetkin in a rematch on the 21st of November, an attempt to position himself for a shot at the world heavyweight title. Britain's Dana White was dominating Russia's Povetkin when they met on the 22nd of August, but was knocked out by a vicious left hand. That cost him a shot at the world title earlier in 2021, but the rematch clause in the contract will afford him another opportunity to fight the 41-year-old later in November. There's big fight coming up later at the end of this year. Don't forget, Joshua is also billed to fight later this year. A lot of boxing activity towards the end of this particular year. Heading straight to the world of tennis this morning and talking Italian Open, where British number 2 Kyle Hedman lost in the first round of the Italian Open as qualifier Marco Cecchinato fought back to win 3-6, 7-6, 6-2. The 25-year-old Edmund made a strong start by winning the first set in Rome and was tied at 3-3 before rain suspended play. Well, heading straight to the NBA this morning. And of course, talking about Game 7 of the Western Conference semi-final game played in the highlights of today. Jamal Murray scored 40 points and Nikola Jokic dominated with a triple-double as the Denver Nuggets completed a famous comeback back in the Western Conference semifinals with 104-89 victory over the LA Clippers in Game 7 played concluded in the early hours of today. The third-seeded Nuggets became the first NBA team to rally from 3-1 deficit twice in the same postseason. It happened to them in the first round when they defeated Utah Jazz. Well, Denver Nuggets will meet the top-seeded Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals beginning in the early hours of Saturday. We'll be looking forward to that particular one, but in the other conference, that's the Eastern Conference. Well, the finals actually started yesterday, where we had the game one as Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler made clutch plays to lead the Miami Heat to 117-114 overtime win over Boston Celtics in game one of the Eastern Conference Finals played yesterday, and of course that it ended in the early hours of today. Game 2 of the best of 7 series take place on Thursday night. Well, we'll be looking forward to that very one as well. Away from the world of basketball and heading back to the world of football this morning. Yes, big news coming from the Emirates Stadium this lovely morning as Premier Aubameyang has signed a new 3-year deal at Arsenal Football Club. The club announced the contract renewal in a statement released on the official website yesterday. Aubameyang's deal had been due to expire at the end of the season, but he has now extended his deal with the club, and the speculation on whether he will stay or not. Well, let's listen to the voice of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang addressing Arsenal fans after the renewal of his deal yesterday.
Of course, I knew about Arsenal before I arrived. Everybody knows how special this club is.
Even though I arrived here as a world champion, I was nobody.
I've seen incredible players.
If you just put yourself first, then you're wrong.
Passionate players.
I'll be trying to win it. I don't see any other way.
Invisible players.
It was all about playing 100% for my club.
I dream of being one of them amongst the best and staying in the hearts of the fans forever. I want to become an Arsenal legend, just like Cherry, Wrighty, Adams and Beckham, too many to mention.
And it's Adams, put through by Ball! Fabulous goal from Ball! Would you believe it? Oh, that's sensational! The
They listen to Pierre-Emerick saying that he wants to become an Arsenal legend. Well, don't forget that Pierre-Emerick signed from Borussia Dortmund in January 2018 and has since made 111 appearances and scored 72 goals in his first full season at Arsenal. Aubameyang jointly won the Premier League Golden Boot with 22 goals. Last season, he netted 29 goals in 44 appearances in all competitions, scoring twice in the FA Cup final against Chelsea. He kicked off the season in similar fashion, scoring against Liverpool in the Community Shield as the Gunners lifted the trophy on penalties. In Arsenal's first Premier League game of the season against Fulham, Aubameyang was on target once again as the Gunners won 3-0 at Craven Cottage. Well, former Chelsea defender Branislav Ivanovic is back in the Premier League and is now teammates with Super Eagles defender Semi Ajayi after signing a 1-year deal with West Bromwich Albion. Ivanovic left in and has spent the last 3.5 years in Russia with Zenit St. Petersburg. The 36-year-old becomes Slavan Bilic's sixth signing of the summer following the arrival of Gadi Diagana, Matheus Pereira, Kodric Kipre, David Boutin and Callum Robson. The Serbian defender spent 9 years at Chelsea between 2008 to 2017, winning 10 major trophies. It included the 2012 UEFA Champions League. Ivanovic, who can play as right back or centre back, was a free agent after leaving Zenit St. Petersburg following the conclusion of the Russian Premier League on the 22nd of July. He would hope to help West Bromwich Albion bounce back from their opening day defeat to Leicester City after the Foxes ran out 3-0 winners. Well, for those who have been asking me what's the latest as regards former Super Eagles winger Victor Moses, let me inform that Victor Moses yesterday scored from the spot as Chelsea drew 1-1 with Wimbledon in a behind closed door friendly at Cobhams yesterday. The Chelsea side was a mix of youth and experience, with Danny Drinkwater and Victor Moses as the most well-known senior players. Wimbledon made a bright start and earned the lead in the 18th minute through a headed goal by a trialist. Moses struck the equalizer from the spot. 5 minutes later, the winger spent the second half of last season on loan at Serie A club Inter Milan. The 29-year-old, who was not allotted a squad number at Chelsea, is expected to move to a new club at this very summer. Well, before we leave this morning, let's take a look at a couple of transfer rumors. And this time around, we're heading straight to Germany, where Champions League holders Bayern Munich have reportedly revived their interest in Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi. And that's according to reports coming from Germany this morning. Hudson-Odoi was the subject of multiple bids, including one believed to be about £35 million from Bayern Munich last January, and was widely linked with the Bundesliga giants. However, the 19-year-old signed a new deal, 5-year deal actually, with contract with Chelsea last September, and made 33 appearances for the Premier League side during Frank Lampard's first season in charge of the club. Chelsea have now signed attacking midfielder Hakim Ziyech from Ajax for £33.3 million, and Germany international Kai Havertz for £75.8 million, which has increased the competition further in wide attacking bets for Frank Lampard's starting lineup, which is obviously going to reduce the playing time of Callum Hudson-Odoi. But just last weekend, in the first game of Chelsea this very season, Hudson-Odoi came off the bench to replace summer signing Kai Havertz in the 80th minute of Chelsea's 3-1 Premier League victory at Brighton on Monday. Well, RB Leipzig and Juventus are also believed to want to sign Hudson-Odoi this very summer ahead of the deadline day on October 5. Well, Hudson-Odoi has scored 8 goals for Chelsea since he made his senior debut for the club in January 2018. Of course, if you want to advise Hudson-Odoi, looking at the kind of players, attacking options that Chelsea currently parade, you want to advise the 18-year-old to seek greener pastures. Away from that, another rumor brewing from Spain this morning is that Gareth Bale's agents are reportedly talking to Tottenham Hotspur about a deal that would see the Real Madrid forward return to his former club. Gareth Bale has been frozen out by Real Madrid manager Zinedine Zidane, and the Wales star has said this month that he was open to joining a Premier League team. It had been reported in England that Tottenham and Manchester United were interested in signing Gareth Bale. Now Tottenham have reportedly opened discussions with Gareth Bale's representatives about a potential move, likely to be a loan move, but with a permanent deal not ruled out at this particular stage. Well, yesterday, Jonathan Bennett, that's Gareth Bale's agent, told BBC Sports, and I quote, "Gareth Bale still loves sports. We are talking. It's where he wants to go." End of quote. Well, Gareth Bale has 2 years left on a contract that pays him about £600,000 per week at Real Madrid. It has been reported that the Spanish club would be willing to pay some of that salary to finally move on from their troubled relationship with the Wales forward. Gareth Bale left Tottenham for Real Madrid back in 2013 for a then world record fee of £85 million, and that was about $109 million US. And the 31-year-old has won 4 Champions League titles, 2 La Liga crowns during his time in Spain, but his turbulent relationship with Zidane has left him exiled for most of the last year. Well, that'll be all on Spotted Beats this lovely morning. Big thanks to everyone who's been part of today's production. Bigger thanks to you and you for listening. If you enjoyed today's edition, don't make it a date with us later tomorrow. Another interesting edition of Spotted Beats, same time, same station. My name is Boluwaji Ogunlaturen. You have a lovely day and stay safe.
Oluyole FM 98.5.
It's 10 minutes to 8 on Oluyole, 98.5 FM. You're welcome to a commercial belt.
Papa John, I am afraid. Have you heard of coronavirus?
Yes, I have heard. But you can get it through contact with a person who may have the virus or live in an area with ongoing spread.
That is the problem. Before you know a person has it, you may have already gotten it.
That is why we must stop the spread.
How?
Do not shake anybody's hand and avoid touching people. Do not touch surfaces such as rails or stairs, public door handles, etc. In case you do, wash your hands properly with soap or use a sanitizer. Avoid crowded places and practice physical distancing at all times.
Physical distancing? What is that?
It means maintaining a 2-meter distance from the person nearest to you at all times. Most important, remember to wash your hands regularly with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, going to the bathroom, or even before preparing and eating food. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands.
Thank you, my husband. I feel a lot better.
Now go and wash your hand with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds so you'll feel best. This message is brought to you by UNICEF Nigeria.
If you want big rates, nothing's gonna stop you now. As long as you recharge with Great Nigeria Insurance PLC, your greatness is now.
Conquer fear from losses or any form of hindrance from achieving your greatness. With a wealth of experience in insurance and financial matters, an array of life and general insurance products, motor insurance, fire and special perils, burglary, goods in transit, marine and a lot more. For further information, please call 2341-342-9161 or send an email to info@greatnigeriaplc.com. Great Nigeria Insurance PLC, for assured commitment.
ẹni bá máa gbé kó bá wa dárò àrò, ẹni bá máa lùkò kó bá wa dárò sùn, ẹni bá máa lékèlèké kó bá wa dárò ẹ̀fọn. Alhaji Kabiru ti dára lẹ̀. ọjọ́ kẹwàá oṣù yìí ni Alhaji Kabiru Adébáyọ̀ Inaolaji Alimi jẹ́ pé Allah lẹ́ni 70 ọdún ìwọ ọmọlúwàbí tó ní àtọ̀nàbà Allah tó gbà fún títí tó fi papòdà oníkú rẹ̀ fi dùn wá púpọ̀. àdúrà ọjọ́ kẹjọ láti fún bàbá wa Alhaji Kabiru lọ́jọ́ 17 oṣù yìí tó bọ́ sí ọjọ́ Àlàmísì ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí aago 10 àárọ̀ ní fìdáù yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílẹ̀gbẹ́ olóògbé ládùúgbò kájọlà tó wà ní ẹ̀yìn àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá jọ̀ǹkú àmúdójèrè Ìbàdàn. ìlànà alukuran àti hadith látẹ̀lé o tá a fi ṣe àdúrà kan fún bàbá wa. àmọ́lé o ìwọ ni ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ alára ọmọ wùsọ̀wùsọ ọmọ ọ̀jọ̀rún lábí sọ̀rọ̀ Alhaji Kabiru o ìwọ tó ní ọmọ ajẹsukusuku ẹja mábì nílé bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ kí ọlọ́ọ̀bá aláàfin ọ̀sẹ̀ àjọ́nà fìdáù olùkéde Abdulmumi Ìṣọ̀lá lórúkọ ẹbí.
الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا.
Bọ̀dé níbo ni mo ti lè róyà láti ṣàtúnṣe sí ilé mi tí ògiri ń di àlàpà báyìí.
ṣé ò tí ì gbọ́ ni.
gbọ́ kí ni.
ilé ìfowópamọ́ tìjọba àpapọ̀ tá a mọ̀ sí Federal Mortgage Bank ń pín owó fún títúnléṣe fún àwọn olùkópa nínú ètò ìdáwó fún ilé kíkọ́ tìjọba àpapọ̀.
ní ìpínlẹ̀ wo àti báwo ni wọ́n ṣe pín owó náà.
àní níbí nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ kó o bá mọ̀ ìwé ìsọwédowó mílíọ̀nù 16 ni wọ́n ti pín fún 264 àwọn tó ti jàǹfààní yìí. bákan náà ni abala mìíràn fún pínpín owó yìí máa tún wáyé lọ́jọ́ Ọjọ́bọ̀ ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún yìí ní Western Hall Agodi Ìbàdàn láago 9 òwúrọ̀.
Olúwa mi ò mi ò ń ṣe olùkópa nínú ètò ìdáwó náà mo gbé.
kò tí ì bọ́ sórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lè jàǹfààní nínú àwọn ètò ìyánilówó láti ọwọ́ Federal Mortgage Bank tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dá ìdá 2.5 nínú 100 nínú owó oṣù wọn sí ètò ìkọ́lé tìjọba àpapọ̀.
lóòótọ́ mò ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀.
ó já sí i má pàdánù irú àǹfààní ńlá yìí darapọ̀ mọ́ ètò ìyánilówó ti NHF láti ra lé kọ́lé tàbí donílé nípa ètò ìyálégbé donílé yíyáwó túnléṣe àti ètò àjùmọ̀ṣe yíyánilówó láti kọ́lé fún àǹfààní rẹ darapọ̀ lónìí FMBN gbogbo wa ló yẹ ó donílé.
My generation is unbreakable. We no dey fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
Ìyá mi Àyìnkẹ́ adájọ́ tí kì í figbá kan bọ̀ kan.
ṣé wo mọ̀ yí pé apá èpò lẹ́yìn àgbà ọmọdé apá lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ náà má yájú sẹ́gbọ́n rẹ mọ́ o.
Kolo alámọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá kí n má bàa fi gbogbo owó jẹ wóróbo.
Àjàní kódà kéèyàn fọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá jẹun ná díẹ̀ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni.
tí n bá rántí ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ti múra lámúyẹ ẹ̀rín á sì pa mí títí.
ewu ọmọ mi Àjàní bó ti wọ bàtà ọ̀tún sósì bí ẹni ń lo oko ọdẹ ó yá ọkọ mi tún bàtà rẹ wọ̀ dáadáa.
fún àwọn òpómúlérò ìyá ẹ̀mí àbàtà tí módò ṣàn ní 3 crowns ìtọ́jú àwọn ìyá ṣe pàtàkì kí wọ́n lè tẹ̀síwájú ipa rere aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń kó lórí ẹbí.
3 crowns book. Healthy moms, happy families.
So I don't write jollof rice.